Hey folks, today we're covering Tinto Flavor 21, and today Pavia's going to be talking to us about two of the most powerful merchant republics in Europe, and that is Venice and Genoa. We know there's a lot of information coming this week for EU5, so if you want to keep up to date with everything, do make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you do enjoy it. And to begin with, Pavia's going to be talking to us about Venice, and this is the initial text. They always show us that you will see a country selection, giving you a history of Venice, and really some kind of hints towards where the realm might be going in the near future. The next thing they're going to show off is the ruler or like realm page as well. So you can see the flag of Venice, what kind of country they are, the ruler here, the Doge, he is 79 years old. He's probably not long for this world, and then a bit of a breakdown of this realm. So you can see the primary culture is Venetian, but below that you can see some more information about this. So you can see the other cultures that are present as well. Alongside that, you can see the population, 370,000 people, but this is before the Black Death comes. And Venice, a bit of a vector there for that getting into Europe, as it does quickly appear as you play this game. And then beside that, you do see the primary religion is Catholicism, but further down you can see that breakdown once again. So you can see Catholicism, a bit of Orthodoxy as well, currently in Venice. And then below that, you can see the three subjects they start with. That is Candia, Ragusa, and Trieste. As always, with all these dev diaries, everything you see here is work in progress graphically, and there will be some balancing around the numbers. But this is currently how it looks, and how it looks on the map is what we're going to see next. You can see Venice, it is an island, they've brought that back from EU4, and you can see that this is the capital of this realm as well. The map looking pretty good there as you see it on screen. The next thing they're going to show here is actually the rest of the lands that Venice have at the beginning of the game. So they don't just have Venice itself, they have some lands along the coast of Croatia there, and then around the Byzantine Empire, they have some control over some islands as well. So you do have quite a bit of land, to be honest, starting as Venice at the beginning, but you will see this kind of grow or fall away depending on what you get up to in your campaigns. Next, they're going to go into some of the structural flavor that is coming, and Venice is a very unique republic, and it will start with some unique reforms and privileges when you do start the game. The first one here is the Council of 40. This is a government reform, and you can see the modifiers. Crown power minus 15%. It does make sense. It is a merchant republic. Set policy cost is reduced. Change policy cost is also reduced, but then that trade capacity plus 25%, and then monthly progress towards free trade 0.10. It is a merchant republic again, so they're all about free trade and trying to get as much money as they possibly can. The next thing is the Council of 10. This is nobles power minus 10%, stability investment 0.02 better, monthly republican tradition 0.05, and an expected cost of court plus 1%. The Council of the 10 was the major governing body of the Venetian Republic. The next things are going to be estate privileges. The first one is the Zonta, crown power minus 25%. No monarchs in Venice, no power for the monarchy, none of that going on. It is all about the councils. The next estate privilege, I'm not going to try butcher the name. This gives efficiency of our cabinet plus 10%. Admin efficiency plus 10% as well. With these multi-levels of councils, all the way that Venice ran, this is going to be shown off in game using these modifiers, really making your cabinet that little bit better and your admin that bit more productive as well. The next one is the Libro d'Oro. This is an estate privilege. Population promotion speed minus 20%. Monthly progress towards aristocracy 0.10. The Great Council of Venice has had many rules that decide who is worthy to be a member. The Libro d'Oro contains a list of families that meet these requisites and can claim to be among the nobility of Venice. The next estate privilege is the Libro d'Argento. Population promotion speed minus 10. Population migration speed minus 10% as well. Admin efficiency 5% better. Monthly progress towards quality 0.10. Together with the Libro d'Oro that lists all the noble families of Venice, the Libro d'Argento contains the names of all the originari families, all those who, while being commoners, descend from the original inhabitants of the lagoon, and that is what is being shown off here. The next thing they're going to show are some works of art, a few of them from a Roman Empire, or the Byzantine Empire, you could say, sacked from Constantinople in the Fourth Crusade, a very famous happening that happened here. The two icons of the Archangel, St. Mark's Basilica, horses of St. Mark, and the Bucantor. And then next they're going to show off some advances and buildings. The first one is the Venetian Arsenal, a very famous building. This is available in the Age of Traditions, and this unlocks the building of the same name, and you can see that in the next screenshot. This is monthly sailors plus 25, shipbuilding capacity plus 4, can build ships here, yes. So this is going to allow you to build a lot more ships, and then you have those sailors to man those ships as well. You can see the production method and what you need to build this as well. The next one, I'm not going to try butcher the name of either. This is an advance available in the Age of Traditions, Trade Advantage plus 10%, all about trade. And this is going to help you do that a little bit better as well. The next one is the Stato Damar. This is an advance available in the Age of Renaissance, Trade Efficiency 2.5%. Again, leaning into that trade side of the game. Next is the Venetian Palaces. This is available in the Age of Renaissance, and this unlocks the Venetian Palaces building, and they're going to show that off straight away next. So the Venetian Palaces building type, this is a cultural building, and this gives you cultural tradition 0.25, cultural influence 0.10. So this is going to keep your Venetian culture that little bit stronger and kind of push away other ones if you are looking to do that within your realms. The next one is the Magistrito alla Sanita, and this is available in the Age of Discovery, Plague Resistance plus 10%. Is it going to save you from the plague? I don't think so, but you can try your best, and this will save you from other things that come later on in the game as well. The next one is Mixed Naval Tactics, Age of Reformation, Galley Power plus 10%, Heavy Ship Power plus 10%. The oars have been the backbone of the Venetian Navy ever since its inception, and this is going to make your ships that little bit more powerful. Next, Pavia is going to go through some of the flavor events. The first one is the Piazza San Marco. The growing power and wealth of our illustrious republic call for an investment in the development of the capital of Venice. And again, that little bit of blue text there giving you the historical background for this event. And we shall fund the renovation is the historical option, or you could just say renovations are too expensive. I'm not interested in doing that. If you do build this, you obviously get the Piazza San Marco. You can see this now. Cultural tradition 0.2, monthly development 0.01. So a little bit of improvement there if you do build this. The production method, though, is quite a lot of things. You need these to make this actually work efficiently. So you are Venice, you're going to be doing a lot of trading, but you do need to have all those requirements to do that. The next is revising the Promozione Ducale, and you can see the current ruler here in this example. This is the oath of office all candidates must swear to before becoming the new Doge of Venice, and this is all about kind of upgrading it. Do you want to revise and institutionalize it? Or do you want to say the oath needs no revision and let's just keep it how it is? If you do choose to revise it, you can see the option here, efficiency of our cabinet plus 10%, admin efficiency plus 10%. So once again, leaning into that area of the game, as we've seen with previous bonuses as well. This is Tiziano Vecellio, definitely pronounced his name right. He stands out as a distinguished painter from the Italian Renaissance, and he was born around the area of Venice. What a brilliant man. So you can bring him into your realm, and he's going to be doing some fun stuff for you as Venice, making you some more works of art that maybe you haven't stolen from another realm. And with that, that is the end of the Venice content they are showing this week. As always, this is only a slice of the content. There's a bunch more content, events, all that kind of thing coming when this does get released and we do get our hands on the game. But next, they're going to talk about Genoa. And again, that intro here that you get, the text about what they've done recently, what you might be doing in the future, and then the visual version of that. So you can see the superb Republic of Genoa. You've got the flag there. You've got the ruler, 53, 33, 33, 33. He's not so good, is he? You can see the primary culture, Ligurian, and they have some other friends from Corsica, Greece, Piedmont, all these areas around Genoa. They have 558,000 population. Again, that's going to go down drastically very shortly. And then the primary religion, Catholicism, and you can also see a little bit of Orthodoxy, a little bit of Sunnism as well in this realm to keep you busy. And then next they're going to show off the map. So you can see Genoa, where it is located in Italy, but then also they do own some land in the nearby islands in this area of the world. So the Genoese mainland plus the Mediterranean possessions are shown next. So you can see that bit on the western side that we just talked about. You can also see some lands near Anatolia, and then even up in the top right hand corner as well. So they've got kind of land all over the place. They've got ports, all that kind of stuff to once again lean into that Merchant Republic side of things in the game. And as with Venice, there are some unique reforms coming with Genoa. So you can see this one here, the Diarchy Republic. You can see the set member cost and replace cabinet member cost minus 10%. Stability decay 0.3 worse. Trade capacity plus 25%. Monthly progress towards free trade 0.10. No man shall rule a country alone, or else we are no better than the tyrannical monarchies that try to subjugate our people. So again, leaning into that Merchant Republic families kind of thing and how good the council is. Next is the Compagna Communis. This is noble estate satisfaction equilibrium 2.5%, and then the same for the burghers as well. And then trade maritime advantage plus 20%. That is a lot of advantage there, so that's going to help you a whole bunch with that side of the trade game as well. Some nice bonuses there if you are playing as Genoa. And as we've seen, obviously some slight differences from Venice. They're not going to play out exactly the same. You have got these different bonuses, and that does affect how you're going to be doing your campaigns. Next, they're going to show some works of art, maybe not stolen from elsewhere. The Palazzo, the Lanterna, and the Annales, and they are going to be available. One of them is a masterpiece piece of art as well, which is very nice. Next, they're going to show off some buildings. The Fondaco is the first one. Allow burghers to migrate, yes. Migration attraction +1. Maritime presence 0.02. Trade advantage +1. Trade capacity 0.2. So a fantastic building here. You're going to want this building as soon as you can get it, because that is a lot of bonuses. And also allowing your burghers to migrate. That's going to allow you to kind of centralize some of your burghers in certain areas, or kind of move them around depending on what you're trying to do in different areas of your realm. And also pretty cheap to build as well. And the production method only being lumber and paper is very good. This isn't going to be too hard for you to keep going. Next is going to show off some of the advances. The first one is the Genoese banking traditions. This is available in the Age of Traditions bank interest -1%. So if you're taking out those loans, you're going to be saving a little bit of money as you do that. The next one is the manning galleys with slaves, available in the Age of Traditions. This unlocks the galley barracks building, and they're going to show that off next. So you can see here, this gives you monthly sailors +20. Can build ships here, yes, and that's going to allow you to get more and more of those ships, which is going to help you as you progress as Genoa. And then talking of ships, they're going to show off the Genoese galleys next. This is available in the Age of Traditions and unlocks the Genoese galley ship. We've seen these before, I believe, but you can see the breakdown here of how good they are. You can see the construction and the maintenance requirements, and then how good they are on the right-hand side, what they can transport, the anti-piracy impact, how good they are at maritime presence, cannons, frontage, all that kind of stuff. And then you can build those as much as you want as the Genoese. Next is the Genoese crossbowmen. This is available in the Age of Renaissance and unlocks a unit of the same name. They don't show them, unfortunately, but they are going to be pretty good, I would imagine. The next advance is the 28 alberghi. This is available in the Age of Discovery, and this unlocks a government reform, which they're going to show off next. And this gives noble and burgher estate satisfaction 2.5% better, and then also monthly Republican tradition 0.05. Next is the Age of the Genoese. This is available in the Age of Discovery. Bank interest -1%. Artist salary 0.5% better. Not really a crazy modifier, I don't think, but that bank interest coupled with the earlier one and other bank interest modifiers you can get in the game means you're probably going to be able to take a bunch of loans out, build some ships, maybe go on some adventures, get some land, and then it's not costing you quite as much as it would do other realms in this area of the world. Next, they're going to show off some of the flavorful events that are coming for Genoa. The first one is the Genoese Merchant Republic, and this is all deciding whether you want to be a republic that will lead us into a new golden age, or we cannot abandon the current functioning system of the diarchy version of this. If you choose a top option, which is the historical one, you can gain 5 Republican tradition. This will remove the diarchy republic government reform, and it will add the Merchant Republic government reform instead. The succession law will change to Doge election, and then this character in this example will then become the first Doge of Genoa if you do implement this. The Merchant Republic government reform, you can see that here. Trade maintenance -25%, trade capacity +50%, speed of integration -50%. This is a republic that was founded on the principles of trade. The flow of money is most important to the families that rule the republic. And again, leaning into that trade side of things. Speed of integration there, just to stop you from like integrating loads of land. I think you're supposed to play mostly tall as this realm and just see what you can get up to with all your money. Have some fun adventures with all of that. And then the Doge election, how is that actually going to work? They're going to show that next. This is a succession law of a republic in which the ruler is elected from the elites of the country and rules for a lifetime. Although the Doge can still be ousted should his popularity with the nobility or with the burghers drop below a certain requirement. And you can see allowed estates there. Next, they're going to show off the Rock of Monaco. A pirate heaven, the ruling of the Rock of Monaco was granted by the HRE Emperor to the superb Republic of Genoa in 1191, and that is focused all around this. So let the Grimaldi continue their business, or this rock belongs to us. And you can see here the Rock of Monaco building type, maritime presence 0.02, manpower to owner +50, sailors to owner +100, That is a good amount of manpower and sailors to have to allow you to build up your armies and your navies that little bit faster. So you're probably going to want to take this if you can do so. The next event is the Admiral Andrea Doria, and they belong to the old branch of the Doria family. He lost his noble parentage at an early age and became a soldier of fortune, serving first the Pope and then the French. He will lead our navy, or we don't need this person. And then you can decide, do you want to bring them in, or do you want to say, no thanks, we're not interested in this. Andrea Doria refused several offers to become the Doge of Genoa, but eventually accepted the position of perpetual censor and exercised a significant influence on the councils of the Republic. And again, you could choose. He will become the perpetual censor, or he will make a good Doge. You can kind of force him into becoming the Doge in the non-historical version. And then you can see next a government reform that is part of Genoa, the Great and Minor Councils of Genoa, Crown power minus 10%, estate satisfaction equilibrium 2.5% better, noble and burgher estate satisfaction equilibrium 10% better. So again, all these different modifiers built on top of each other, trying to keep those estates happy. More important really in one of these merchant republics than if you're playing as a monarchy, and this is leaning into that a little bit further as well. And then last but not least, they're going to show off some related Byzantine content that they're going to actually talk about on Friday. Both countries have unique foreign buildings in Constantinople, though, and they're going to show this here. The Venetian Quarter. This gives maritime presence 0.02, trade capacity +1, and this is a building that's in another realm. We've seen this already with some holy orders, some of the banking nations, but here with the Merchant Republic, you again can build buildings outside of your realm that do help you, in this example, for trade and some maritime presence as well. And then for Genoa, there is the Galata. It's basically exactly the same. Maritime presence 0.02, trade capacity +1, and you're going to have this in Constantinople helping you with that little bit of trade as well. But with that, that is the end of our initial look at Venice and Genoa. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you going to be playing as one of these realms, or have you got a long list of countries that you want to play as when EU5 does come out? Javier does say at the end, as we know, a lot of information coming this week. Tomorrow we're going to get a Tinto flavor based on Serbia and Georgia, two relatively close realms, but I'm sure they play very differently. So I'll be covering that. So do make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed today's video. And if you're interested in Crusader Kings, I also cover that game in a very similar manner. And we've got some big announcements coming tomorrow, so do stick around for that as well. But we'll leave it there for today. I'll see you all next time.